So here we have the new and refreshed 2025 GMC Yukon. This one comes in the elevation trim level. This color is Summit White. And then we have jet black leather interior here. For the powertrain, we get a 5.3 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, made into a 10-speed automatic transmission. So this basically is your lowest trim for 2025. LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. But I like how we're still able to kind of keep that SLT look there. It's kind of like a, in my opinion, a mix between the SLT and the SLE, just how they did the elevation trim. And you see the same thing with the Acadias and whatnot. Power door lock controls, memory seats, one touch up and down, front windows, express down, back windows, power folding side mirrors, blind spot monitors here. And then we do get a Bose sound system. Headlamp controls, 4-wheel drive. Get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And here's our power driver seat, 4-way power lumbar support. But a big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Yukon today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these or any new vehicle you might be interested in. Let's test out this rear legroom. So pretty good space back here. This does have the optional panoramic sunroof, so that's what the roof looks like when the sunshade is all the way up. Look at the front from back here. Bottle holders, rear AC vents. You also have a rear AC controls. You also have your 3-stage heated outboard seats, 3-prong household plug-in there, 2 USB-C charge ports. And there's your third row. I'm gonna come back to that because that's what it looks like when it's folded down from the second row. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back of the vehicle. Takes regular. And then we do get the full LED tail lights on the back. And a nice look there. I like how they redid the back end. Tow hitch integrated right in here. Here's your spare, as you can see, exhaust. This does have the power lift gate, so one click of the button there. And again, that's the space you have when the third row is folded down. Storage here. Of course, you can power fold these up. So that back seat where I tilted it back, of course, now I can't lift the third row up now, but it's all right. I'll just show you what the third row looks like with just this seat up here. It's pretty frosty out today, so that's why it's crunchy as I open the doors. But that's the difference with the third row up, third row down. Decent space, I think, in the third row. Now I'm 6'3" with longer legs, so I wouldn't put myself back there, but not bad space. Now this one has an optional package I'll show you on the window sticker, which includes the power front passenger seat that gets the 4-way power lumbar support on this elevation here. A lockable glove compartment. And then to the window sticker, y'all can pause anywhere you need to. It's the technology package, that's what it is. So you get the heated, cool front seats, heads-up display, and then you get the 4-way lumbar on both seats, as opposed to the 2-way, and then the rear camera mirror. So $75,740 for the sticker price here. About average. I don't want to say it's spectacular, but you get a lot with the elevation, I will say that. Especially how this one's spec'd out with the technology package and that sunroof. But there's that 5.3 liter V8. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. I forgot to mention we do get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors, which is nice. There's the horn there. Heated leather wrap steering wheel. Now I think this is a 16.8 inch screen here, which we get wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. Of course, the Google Assistant system, so Google Maps, podcasts, news, etc. AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth. And then you get the Wi-Fi, hotspot, auto park assist, dual zone automatic climate controls, which you can adjust in the screen here, or you have buttons that you can adjust here. And then your volume knob, you can turn that up or down there. Now over here, this is where you can get to your safety locks if you need those to lock the child safety, blind zone, steering assist there, and then the universal remotes for the garage, you can fool with those, and then you can mess with their heads-up display settings there. Vehicle status, I like this because you can go in here, see your engine air filter life, your tire pressure monitors, all of that there. And then your battery voltage too for that 12 volt. But for the most part, everything's pretty self-explanatory. I do like that we still get the headlights on the side as opposed to having them in the screen here like some of the other vehicles that GMC is coming out with. Nice storage tray up there. Rear camera mirror. And then our backup cameras here. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. We get the bird's eye view as well. And then our front camera too. Curbside's also included. Now we do get our wireless charging pad there. USB-C, USB-A charge ports as well. Bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space. These are all the controls for the sunroof. You can power fold that third row from up here as well, and then the power lift gate controls are there. OnStar. And we do get the premium reading lights throughout. And again, that's just breaking all the ice off of here, so I'm gonna close that back. And there's a look at the back from up here. Vanity mirror. And then back to the steering wheel, the shifter. So on the column now, so you just hit the brake, pull, neutral, drive, reverse, park. And then while you're in drive, you can hit the L over here for that low mode and manually shift with the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Wipers are here, rear wipers there. You have to pull there for the fluid, then you push here for the front fluid. And then your cruise control can be activated there. Of course, adaptive, cancel, set the speed, gap adjust for that there. And then we can go through our different gauge cluster views. Audio sources can be toggled, voice recognition, mute, Bluetooth, and then here we can use this as a scroll bar when applicable. Then again, that heads-up display right there. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can toggle track list, radio station presets, and on the right side, volume up, volume down, push button start, key fob with remote start. Now let's go ahead and take this 2025 GMC Yukon Elevation out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Yukon Elevation here, 5.3 V8, pretty strong. And I just like how they paired it with the 10-speed automatic. The 10-speed that Ford and GM kind of use together is really great on these Expeditions, these Yukons, these Tahoes. And it's so quick to shift. Now, sometimes that, depending on how you're wanting to drive, and that's what the drive modes are for, it can be a bit much. But if you need a sportier pull or whatever, put it in a sport mode, and then you don't have to worry about having to go through all 10 of those gears repeatedly. But let's give it a pull here. So certainly not giving it too much, but got up to speed with ease. Great merging power. And with the glare here, the adaptive cruise is not wanting to stay engaged, which is to be expected, but normally not a big issue there. But I can barely see out the windshield myself, so I can't be mad at the camera. All in all, pretty good ride quality here. Very, very smooth. And with the 20s, not really noticing the road noise at all. I'm gonna slow down to pass this truck here. But yeah, just super impressive in terms of the sound acoustics in the cabin. Drivability is nice. I like this because it feels big in all the good ways. I'm riding up higher. I feel like I'm more secure in this bigger vehicle, but it still drives not overly big, if that makes sense. I don't feel like I'm in a full-size SUV that I'm in right now. I've had to use an Expedition Max. Maki's in the shop for a camera issue, and that just feels a lot bigger than this Yukon does in terms of the maneuverability. Now again, that one is a Max, so it'd be like driving a Suburban or something like that, but I do feel like the Tahoes and the Suburbans, the Yukons, Yukon XLs, Escalades, they don't drive as big as they are. As opposed to the Expeditions, you feel like you're in an Expedition. But a lot of people like that about those. Now I want to give one more thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Yukon today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you are looking to find the best price on something closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your info. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on a new Yukon or any new vehicle you might be interested in. But for the elevation here, I like how GM kind of adapted there. And you know, GM has always been one of those companies where, as they should be, they're kind of focused on their shareholders. They're focused on making their profit just in the more upfront way, not with financing and certain things like with Chrysler and how Nissan does what they do. You're getting an expensive vehicle. When you're looking at General Motors products, for the most part, unless you're looking at the Chevy Trax or the budget vehicles, you're getting something that's not cheap. So leather wrapped steering wheel, heated, new screens, all this stuff costs money. Very nice. So even in the elevation here at 75, 76 grand, not really a crazy price to me, at least, where you get your heated, cooled seats, your panoramic sunroof, adaptive cruise control. Again, you feel like you're in something, even though it's a lower trim and you could go up to a Denali Ultimate, this feels just as nice, unless you're, I guess if you're kind of used to having a Denali, used to having a Denali Ultimate, yeah, you're gonna notice some things that are missing here as opposed to those higher trims. But if you're coming out of anything else in a standard, let's say an XLT from Ford or an SLE, SLT from GM, or even like the LTs with the comfort package, premium package in the Tahoes and Suburbans, you won't miss anything. Again, this one is equipped with that technology package, which helps, having that heads-up display, rear camera mirror, and then the optional roof. They just did a really good job with this trim for the money, in my opinion. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 GMC Yukon in the elevation trim level.